Hey guys, it is RTG here. Sorry about the long break. School is crazy, basketball is crazy, everything is kind of crazy. But I did have a day off today, so I decided to record this for you guys and bring another video because I haven't uploaded in like a week. And I'm really sorry about that. But today we're talking about 3 NBA trades that could shock the world at the trade deadline. Number 1, Julius Randle for Nerlens Noel. And listen, the Lakers have been trying to get rid of Julius Randle since the three ball kind of emerged. He was a great prospect coming from Kentucky, but in the NBA, it wasn't really his time. I mean, the Drew League, yeah, sure, but not the NBA. The Lakers have been trying to get rid of him, considering they have a brighter future at that spot in Nerlens Noel. Now, Nerlens Noel plays exactly like Julius Randle does, except he's a lot better on defense, and they could really use some defensive help in the post. Nerlens Noel is an excellent defender, and although the Mavericks aren't doing too well, I think they could use a nice pair of Julius Randle and Harrison Barnes. That'd be a nice duo coming off the Mavericks, with Dennis Smith Jr. as well. On the Lakers end of things, I think Nerlens Noel could be an awesome starting center for them, an awesome role player. I mean, he's nothing special on the offensive end. He'll give you 7 to 8 points a night. But he'll give you around 2 to 2.5 blocks a night. And the Lakers defense is really what's holding them back, and Lonzo Ball shooting. But that's one of the major things that is holding the Lakers back is their terrible defense. And although Nerlens Noel isn't much of a shooter, they have enough shooters going on. Especially since, there's a very big possibility Paul George might leave for the Lakers. LeBron might leave for the Lakers. They have Lonzo Ball, who isn't a great shooter, but is an alright shooter. And then they have Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who's another great shooter. Brandon Ingram, who actually has emerged in his sophomore season to be a very okay shooter who can progress into a better one. In this deal, they could also send away somebody like Larry Nance Jr. or somebody that is completely tradable. The Lakers right now have a ton of tradable pieces that they'd like to get rid of, such as Larry Nance Jr., Julius Randle, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope got arrested or something. They may want to get rid of him. He's not having a great season. But Julius Randle could honestly mesh well in Dallas. And him and Dennis Smith Jr., like I said, and Harrison Barnes, I could see them meshing really well together. And although Julius Randle hasn't had the best 3 years of a career, considering the Lakers aren't looking for his talents anytime soon, I think that he'd be awesome in Dallas. And of course, Nerlens Noel, of course, too, he could make an awesome addition to that team as well. To the Lakers team, that is. And that would give the Lakers a great starting lineup of Lonzo Ball, KCP if they keep him, Paul George, maybe, but Brandon Ingram at the time. But if they get Paul George, play Brandon Ingram at the 4, you got Noel at the 5. Or you have, if you don't get Paul George, you got Ingram at the 3, and you got Nance at the 4, and Noel at the 5. That's honestly a pretty solid lineup with Paul George in there as a veteran kind of guy. Not too veteran, but a veteran kind of guy who can come in there and help out with kind of playoff stuff, because right now I don't see them making it to the playoffs. But tell me what you guys think about this trade. I think it's a pretty exciting one. I think it could actually happen, but we'll see. The second trade that could shock the world this offseason is Deandre Jordan to Cleveland. Now, I could see Deandre Jordan going to Cleveland, actually. And I think he would honestly, him and Demarcus Cousins would make this Cleveland team unstoppable. And here's why. Actually, before I get into that, here's what the package would probably include. Frye, Tristan Thompson to the Clippers. And, of course, that Nets pick has been rumored. So you could throw that in there if you wanted to. But the Cavs really aren't willing to give up that Nets pick for Deandre Jordan. Of course, Deandre Jordan and maybe a contract thrown. But honestly, with Frye and Tristan Thompson, the salaries do meet. So it could work out just with those two and the Nets pick possibly. Now, let's talk about the Clippers side of things before we get to Cleveland. The Clippers would get a young piece, and after they trade Deandre Jordan, they'd honestly have to trade Blake Griffin. And here's why. because Blake Griffin would be the only star on that team. And if they're going to trade for Tristan Thompson, they want to get a little bit of youth on their team, considering they're the oldest team in the NBA. Deandre Jordan is on the last thing of his contract, so that's probably the last year of his contract, so that's probably why they want to get him out of there. Probably exactly why they want to trade DeAndre Jordan, because he's on the last year of his contract, and honestly, I doubt he will resign. I think at this point of his career, and a lot of people at this point of their career, want to just win a championship. They don't care about the money anymore. They really do care about that championship. And we saw this with KD, who didn't want to sit and wait for a championship with Russ. We saw it with Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen, who didn't want to be the stars of a team just to get knocked out in the first round. Stuff like that. And honestly, DeAndre Jordan to the Cavs could improve their playoff chances. Now, if you didn't watch the game last night, the Raptors game versus the Cavs, or the Cavs game versus the Timberwolves either, well, then it was pretty bad. What happened was they lost. They lost really bad. And the main reason they lost, like Stephen A. said on First Take this morning, is their defense. Their defense is terrible. It has been terrible. I've watched the games. Their defense have been terrible the past 2 games. Just terrible. If you didn't watch that play where Pascal Siakam got a dunk, look it up on YouTube. He got a dunk. Kevin Love didn't even stick an arm out to stop him. Didn't even try. This Cavs team is depleted. They need some life. DeAndre Jordan is an excellent defender, and we know that in the post. But all it's doing is adding another guy on his last year of his contract to the Cavs team. Because right now you got IT, LeBron James, and DeAndre Jordan. 3 of the starters. They're on the last year of their contract. That is, if they get DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan is also very efficient if you consider the only stat to be efficiency, field goal percentage. Andy Hoops made a video about that. Was it MDJ or Andy Hoops? I forget. One of them made a video about, is field goal percentage even relevant? And I kind of watched that video. I was like, that makes sense. But yeah, he shoots like 70% from the field. And honestly, he's not going to be a guy who hogs the ball. He's been awesome on defense. If you need him in the post, you feed him in the post, and it'll all work out. Tell me what you guys think about this trade and how much better the Cavs can actually get with this trade. All right, on to the next one. Now, the third and final trade that could shock the world this offseason is Bradley Beal to the Pelicans. Now, this one's a little far-fetched. When I read this on the Score app, I was kind of confused. I was like, is this real? Because this wouldn't even make sense. But the contracts would meet, and it would work. If the John Wall, Bradley Beal chemistry issues are still there from 2015, then yeah, this be a smart move. But I feel like John Wall and Bradley Beal, now after John Wall got that crazy extension, I think their chemistry is actually alright. And I think they're actually now they have one of the best chemistries in the league. That backcourt duo is top 3 in the league. You got Dame, CJ, Curry, Clay, Beal, Wall. You got Harden, CP. There's a lot of good backcourts nowadays, but seriously, that's an insane backcourt that they have going in DC. And the proposed trade was Bradley Beal for Demarcus Cousins. Now, Demarcus Cousins makes sense going to the Wizards. Obviously, him and John Wall played at Kentucky together. In 2010, of course, got knocked out, though. Too bad for them. But they have awesome chemistry, and they still talk to this day, even though they're on different teams. And I don't think DeMarcus, he has 1 year left on his contract, and I could see him actually leaving for the Wizards. So I don't know if this is really smart by the Wizards, and they just need to, release or something. Get rid of Jan Mahinmi. He's doing nothing, and he's being paid $16 million a year to do nothing. They need to somehow get rid of that guy. But anyways, they need to sign DeMarcus Cousins or trade for him, because DeMarcus Cousins with Bradley Beal and Otto Porter, Kelly Oubre, Markieff Morris, that lineup, if you replace DeMarcus Cousins with Marcin Gortat right now, think about that lineup. That's just insanity. They'd be untouchable. It wouldn't even be fair. Seriously. But the Wizards now, they could use DeMarcus Cousins' help on the interior. Their interior ain't great, Their rebounding ain't great. With Markieff Morris, who's an undersized big. Demarcus Cousins, he's a big bully in there inside. He can't be stopped. But that's the thing, though. Would they even consider trading Bradley Beal, or should they just wait for the offseason to sign DeMarcus Cousins? That's what I would do. I would wait until the offseason and see if they can mull an offer with DeMarcus Cousins and not give away a chance of one of the best backcourts in the league. This could also help the Pelicans, though, because AD needs a little partner in there. Although he has DeMarcus, their chemistry, I feel, isn't that great. And I think Bradley Beal and Anthony Davis could be a pretty dang good pair. No. Let's see Bradley Beal join that team with AD and DeMarcus Cousins or something. They would never do that, but that's just a theoretical thing. That'd be crazy. Do you think this trade will happen? I don't think it will, but I don't think they're willing to trade Bradley Beal like that. They wouldn't do him like that. They already have an awesome backcourt. I think you wait until free agency to sign DeMarcus Cousins, and then you're good. Okay, everybody, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe if you are new, also, and like this video, and let's get 10 likes on this video. All right, see you guys.